Yeah. Soon as I land, gotta give me a toolie. They catch me slipping, I swear you gon' do me. I double back, drop him down with the Uzi. I put him to sleep, he wake up in the ghoulie. Homie, I see him in back of the tunnel. They camping, they shooting, watch out for the funnel. I'm out of ammo, they got me pinned down. My brody gon' flank you and brody gon' slug you. Picked up a random. What's going on, y'all? It's Matt Woulph. I'm back with another episode of Woulph Training Series. Let's get into it. So this one we're going to talk about stance, right? How important is stance? Stance is important. So in anything you do, you want a good athletic stance. Your posture is also important, chest up. So let me show you how you stand. So in shooting, right, you want a good stable base, right? This is where you hold the weapon platform. This is where you stand. Think of it like fighting, right? So boxers, they stand back like this. Power hand is in the back. Their non-dominant foot is in the front. That makes you move quick. You fight, right? This hand is in the back, this hand is in the front, right? Think about it. If this is a rifle, I'm right-handed, right? So my power hand is my shooting hand. The hand in the front is the hand that's stabilizing the rifle. My feet, I got a nice, good stance. Left foot forward to absorb any impact, like this. So I put the weight of my body on my left foot because I'm right-handed. So I put the weight of my body on my left foot. I get a nice, good stance. I lean into it. Because if I shoot like this, I'm gonna keep going back, all right? So get a nice good stance. It should be congruent with this. I draw my pistol. Look at my stance. My stance doesn't change, right? If I'm on the move, my stance doesn't change. If I'm fighting, my stance doesn't change, right? If I'm shooting a rifle, it doesn't change. The power foot. So you keep if you're right-handed, your right leg goes backwards to protect your sidearm. Also get a good strong base, right? Keep it up. If I'm left-handed, my stance will look something like this. Put the weight on the front foot, you lean forward, right? Obviously, if you're moving and shooting, you gotta have a good in-between, right? You move around, you shift weight because you're obviously moving and fighting, but that's the basic stance. So your feet planted on the ground, my left foot forward, I lean, put a little bit of weight on my front foot, come up nice and good, right? So if I get pushed, I can catch it because this foot is stabilized, my back foot is stabilized. I get a good, nice, deep stance too, but not too deep. Because if I'm too deep like this, I can get pushed and fall over, right? Nice athletic stance, nice good fighting stance, right? Same thing. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. Nice good stance, keep it forward. Nice athletic stance, elbows in, right? Elbows in to support the platform, stabilize my body. Nice good grip, so I can shoot. Boom, 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 boom. If I need to run, weapon on safe and transition, right? So I can show you what it looks like from behind. Nice balanced stance. You can spin around. Nice balanced stance. Elbows in. Front leg forward. Nice good stance. Chest out. Shoulders over waist, right? You're not gonna lean like this. That's not good. It's not conducive to a good moving stance. So you're not gonna lean back like this because that's not good. Recoil push you down. So nice athletic, lean in, elbows in. Just enough. So the recoil is not gonna keep you up, right? You don't lean too much. So you keep it like this. That's your stance, right? All right, stock. How you set up your stock? So you take the crook of your elbow, put the stock in it. See where my hand is gripping the magazine well. Way too short, right? So you just extend out until you find a happy spot. Still too far, still gripping out. I got some long ass hands, right? Still too far. I can access the pistol grip, but it's still too far. Set it back to number 2. Rest on the crook of my elbow, look at that. Perfect. This is where it is. So put it on your elbow, grab it. Mine doesn't even go out further enough to show you how it is when it's too far out. When it's too far out, you can barely grip it. All right, you're gonna be leaning to grab it. So stock is important. Look at that, my elbow, nice good grip. This is where my stock should be. All right, so we just talked about stance. We're gonna talk about how that correlates to rifle, right? We talked about the stock. We're gonna show you exact stock placement. So this optic is up. The butt stock, if I have it like this, it's kind of far out. I will have to tilt my head to see, and that affects my posture, which affects how I'm standing properly, which affects my recoil control ability, right? So I want the optic as close to my eye. Unless you have one eye, and if you do, I'm sorry for this. But like if you have one eye, you see things from the center, but it's a little bit offset to whatever side that is, right? So in gunfighting, these optics are designed to be fired with both eyes open, right? So I want this as close to my center line as possible. Obviously, I can't shoot it like this because this doesn't make any sense. But this would be ideal, right? But you can't do that. So I take the rifle, take my center line, get as closest to it as possible, right? Nice good cheek well. The rifle isn't, some people shoot differently. If that's how you shoot, then if you're good with that, then that's fine with me. Whatever works for you. But I don't like the rifle pulled into my body like this. This adds strain, tires you out faster, and you absorb recoil worse because it's so close and tight. Unless you shoot like that, that's fine, but for beginners, I wouldn't recommend it, right? So I want to put the rifle here, barely rested. This front hand is really important. People think this front hand is just there to hold this, but look, the front hand is important. The right hand controls your trigger, controls your mag release, controls all that, right? Left hand is for stability and also to clear malfunction, right? So keep this center line with me close as possible. Keep my optic on. I have a good clear vision. Both of my eyes are open. I incorporate my good stance. Right foot back. This is in here. This hand, if you have a foregrip and you use that, that's fine. I actually took mine off. Going back to the basics, man. Fundamentals. Grab it. You want a thumb over grip, so that creates more stability. You can grab it on the side like this if you want. I like mine C-clamped over the top. Elbows in, and I'm stable. My weight is on my left foot, I'm stable. Boom, 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 boom. Someone push me, I can absorb it, get this thing ready to fight, right? So, that's stance. I'm gonna actually fire some rounds to show you the difference in stance, so I'm gonna grab that real quick. All right, we're gonna talk about stance. We're gonna show you what happens when you don't have a proper stance, right? So, if you stand with your legs like this, you saw it rock me a little bit? I'm starting to go up. Now let me switch my stance and get my good athletic stance. And I'm gonna try a good athletic stance without the muzzle being center line, right? A little bit to the right or whatever side is on. It still goes up a little bit. Now watch when I grab it, keep it center line close to my body, not digging in, leaning forward on my leg. I can hammer it down. I have good control. I'm not off balance. I have good control. And I'm also in a position where I can pop the safety back on and move, right? Aggressive stance. If I need to throw this over and I gotta get the running, I'm not already off balance. If someone's tackling me or push me from the side, I can absorb it, come, do whatever, transition, clear up, whatever. So stance is important. You see the difference. So that's it for this episode. Stay dangerous.